Arrested for 2 violent felonies, this man was out on the street days after. And just last week, days after that, arrested for repeatedly stabbing a roommate. Tonight, Spokane Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich is speaking out, saying the revolving door for criminal suspects has to be slammed shut.
We need to change this before more people get hurt.
In Jordan Knippling's case, he was accused of attacking 2 people at Spokane Valley Hospital as they tried to help him. Released on his own recognizance, he was arrested again after deputies say he stabbed his roommate 9 times. In a story you'll only see on KXLY, our Hawk camera sat down with the sheriff who has a frightening warning for the rest of us. Hawk?
Aaron, Sheriff Knezevich says there are systemic problems with the way accused criminals are being cycled through our courts. In Knippling's case, he says the progression didn't surprise him at all.
There's a lot of frustration within the law enforcement community because we arrest people and the next day they're back out on the street.
Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich says they do their job, arresting the criminals. But then it's off to the courts. People
that have been arrested that have looked up at the deputies while they've been put in the backseat of the car and said, I'll be out in 72 hours. They understand there's no accountability.
He says on paper, that's how Jordan Knippling's case comes across. Arrested for assault, goes to see a judge, let out.
There had to have been a packet that went in front of the judge that listed all of the things that this individual had done and the fact that he has a mental health issue.
There was. Here it is. There's the criminal history, there's the mental health, here's the conditions of release and the reason why. Here's the next crime scene last Friday. Knippling admitting to stabbing someone who was staying at his house, wasn't paying rent. He says it was self-defense.
He rips down the curtain and he starts punching me and I just start blacking out.
Here's the new charge, attempted murder. Surprised?
No surprise whatsoever.
But there's a balance, he says, when it comes to mental health.
One of 2 things are going to happen. Either they become a victim or they start victimizing.
They need help.
If you commit a crime, you're high on drugs, you're drunk, you have a mental health issue, we're holding you accountable for your action. At the same time, we're going to get you help for the overarching issues that you're facing. You don't do that by simply dumping people back onto the street.
And Sheriff Knezevich says part of the problem stems from the jail's overcrowding. Part of the fix is going to be fixing that. With Knippling's rearrest for the stabbing, he's being held on $1 million bond. He's also being held on $25,000 bond for the other assaults that he's accused of. Reporting live, Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.